Okay, let me see if anybody will join me here on this live. Man, it's been, well, I haven't done a live. I do Sundays, the podcasting on Sundays. Um, look forward to that. Do my best to try to help others. Do my very, very best to not try to help, but support others. I'm not into helping people, right? We're not into helping. We're into supporting people. We're into supporting those that are interested in supporting themselves. They just want to do something with themselves. So that's what we're about. Anyhow, welcome. I'm going to be here for just a few minutes. I'll try to look at the comments. Santos Jr. here, Stockton, California. It's a wonderful Thursday. Well, you got to make it a wonderful Thursday. Either that or the Thursday is going to overwhelm you. Um, Let me see. Live chat. Okay. I don't see any comments yet. But I see a few people that have joined on. And just I'm just going to be here for just a little bit. If you have a question, you got an observation, you got something you want, you want to discuss. Basically, on this program, we really aside, we talk about relationship, we talk about business, and all of these wonderful things that you and I in the sea of storms. You feel like you're in a sea of storm. You ever feel like you're just out there on the ocean in the sea of storm? Yeah, it feels that way. And we have to smile we have to smile a little bit to keep ourselves sane during those moments, during those experiences. Anyhow, Hamo, hey, welcome. Hello. Hello. I see you there in the chat. I see there's a couple of other people. Like I said, I'm not going to be here too long, I promise you. I hope that I'm not asking too much of you right now to join me for a few minutes, and maybe we can find, I don't know, get some kind of an energy here going for a little bit to keep us going for the next day or the next week or the next year. Anyhow, I'm very grateful to be free of gambling. I'm also very grateful to be, I don't know if this is arrogant. I don't know if this is arrogant or it may come off as pride, but it's really not. Thriving through trauma. I'm creating a video program. I'm going to work on it as best as I can. And I'm going to talk about seeding. I'm going to talk about relationships and behavior and why we do what we do, why we think the way most of the time. I'm going to discuss quite a bit of that in these short videos. So it's a challenge to me to put that thing together. It's kind of like what I've been through in my life to help you on the other side if you're struggling, if you have a difficult time with yourself, or you had a difficult time as a child and you're having a difficult time now as an adult. Doesn't matter whether you're in a relationship or you're single, you're in business, or maybe you're having problem with employees at work. I know some people do. A lot of clashing going on. So I'm going to be talking about those. I'm going to be sharing with those experiences that I've had. Program is going to be, and who knows how long it's going to take me. T, T, T. Thriving through trauma. Anyhow, going on here, I don't see anybody. I see there's a few people watching, but I don't see any questions. So I made it. Yes, Race, you made it. Now, made it where? Where did you make it? To the live program, or did you make it out of the lies and the gambling problems and the depression and all of those things that it comes with gambling? Gambling comes with depression. It's part of the package that you don't see. It's the invisible part. It comes with depression. It comes with suicide. Oh, I have a new nickname. It's Emily. Hi, Emily. The silent package. The silent package that it comes with: depression, suicide, loss of money, loss of family or friends, etc. Yeah. And I'll tell you, right now is a good time to get out of gambling for sure. For sure. Right now, because of what's happening with the economy, because what's happening with you, with your own personal life, right? It's a good time. Bless you too, my friend. Yeah. Where am I here? There we go. Oh, okay, there's the chat. I couldn't see the chats for a minute. Richard Z, welcome. Yeah, pretty introvert. Well, that's interesting. And bless you, Santos, for always helping us. Well, I'm not here to help you guys. I'm here to support you, support yourself. Doesn't that sound better? Most people, when you ask them, hey, can I help you? You go to the store, you're somewhere, you get asked, hey, can I help you? Are you lost? Hey, can I help you? No, I don't need your help. Can I support you? Can I support you in your quest? Can I support you in what you're supporting yourself with? Can I do that? That's my goal. That's my motivation. That's my passion, is to support you on the other side if you are willing to support yourself. People, I mean, our time is valuable. We can't waste our time. If we're wasting our time with people that don't want to support themselves, well, we're not being useful. We're not being useful with our time. Santos, God watches all you do for people like me. Let me see what you said there. God watches all you do for people like me. You've helped me not gamble for every important days where I wouldn't have money for food or bills. That's, man, that's super fantastic right there, that you're sharing that. And you're sharing that with me. That makes my day. That makes your day. And it also should make other people's day, right? Because it's not about Santos. It really isn't. I'm just out there. I'm putting myself out there. I'm target. I am a target. When you put yourself out there and you lay it on the line, you become a target. And I'm not afraid to become a target. I'm not afraid. I don't live my life in fear. Do I struggle? Do I have challenges? Probably more than you guys. I'm a target. But one thing for sure, I ain't fucking gambling. Gambling's a thing of the past with me. That's for sure. For sure. Yep. Hamo says, Santos, I don't know. You can support me because I'm just ruined. Well, the truth is that we're all ruined in different areas. Every human being is ruined in several areas. There's nothing we can do about that. Absolutely nothing you can do about your ruins. What you can do is begin to work on what it is that will help you, right? Focus. It's a focus thief. We talked about this on the live broadcast. I talked about the FTs, right? FTs. See, FTs, focus thieves. What are they? What are your focus thieves? Do you know what your focus thieves are? Do you know what they are? 97% of the people that are still alive do not know what their focus thieves are, and they do not know how to handle. Listen, I'm just beginning to scratch the surface. Who am I? I'm just a person that went through a lot of fucking shit in my life. I went through shit as a child. I was raised by two adult children that they didn't know any better because they were raised by immature parents. And I've gone through the world I've been 55 years in a world, in a system. I've gone through a system of cheating, conniving, uh, and narcissism and codependency. That's the world that I've been in, that I've been moving myself away from day by day. And let me tell you, soldier, let me tell you, community member, guest, it is a work. It is a fucking work every single day to get yourself to stay on the path of the straight and the narrow, especially if you put yourself out there like myself. You know, there's trolls. There are many trolls out there that would like to shut me down. They don't want to hear the message that you can stop the bleeding. They don't want to hear. There's people out there that do not want to hear my message. And then there's people out there that do want to hear. So I'm like in the middle of a conflict. What's important is that I continually work on myself because, you know, I tell you, man, I'm challenged just like many of you guys are. Gambling makes everything broken. Gambling purely sucks moose balls, my friend. Gambling is the viper. Gambling is there is a snake, or there's at least a couple of snakes in the world today that they have a venom. It's not like a regular venom that a snake bite is. It's a venom that really it twists you up inside. It's a special kind of venom. You don't want to be bit by that kind of a viper. Kind of reminds me of the casino. Now that I'm outside, because when you're on the inside, you cannot see the viper. You do not, you feel the poison. But let me say this. You see the effects of the poison, but you don't feel the poison because it is slowly being ingested. The poison is it's like a trickle, right? It's like a spin of the roulette. It's like a spin of the roulette. It's like a spin of the slot machine. It's like a spin of the slot machine. And little by little, that poison is being released right into your spirit, right into your psyche, right into your emotional reservoir, where you need to be strong and unwavering when it comes to the tests and the FTs, the focus thieves. I'm telling you, my friend, this is reality. It's not about me. This is reality. I'm going to share truth. I'm not speaking at you. People say, well, I'm going to speak to you today about this topic. No, I'm not speaking. I'm sharing. And whoever wants to listen is welcome to receive a blessing. I truly believe that I have a message to share. I truly believe that I have a message to share, but I am also very challenged. And I don't know how long I have. I've been here 55 years, not on YouTube, that is. I've been here 55 years. And when you get up in that age, you know, actually, once you hit your 40s, you start life. You at least need to be thinking about life. You know, where are you going? Where are you headed? What's been happening? Where did you come from? You know, gambling is not worth it, guys. The casino, forget false wins. Be free and have that feeling that you won't ever return to those horrible casinos. Yeah. Unless, I tell you, let me see. I have Richard Z says, I have gambling addiction over 10 years. I'm trying to get out of it now, and it's hard to stop. Oh, it's hard. I know it's hard. I'm with you. I know it's in fact, it's so hard that some people, it's so fucking hard to get gambling out of people that they commit suicide. That's how hard it is. Some folks don't see a way out. They don't see it. They can't see it any longer. They're fucking blinded. So the only thing that is in picture now is suicide. Suicide becomes the solution. It becomes the open door. It becomes the medicine. Man, you know what? I would feel no more pain. I would go through, I would be out of my debt. I wouldn't owe anybody. I would not owe anybody anything at all if I took my life, if I went out of this world. That's the pathway to begin thinking, right? Next you know, you're rationalizing. You're thinking about how good it would feel that you're no longer having to owe money, that you're no longer having to answer to those people that have been questioning you because you've been struggling with gambling. So what happens? You attempt suicide. One out of every 5 people, it's a small number, but we don't know how many people actually commit suicide to gambling. We just don't know it. We don't know. I can tell you one thing. I remember a few years ago, I remember desperately a few years ago where I felt like I was in a cage. I felt like I was in a prison. I didn't see the escape. I didn't see the way out, but I began to see an open door, and I started thinking about suicide. Why suicide? Well, my dad used to mention suicide. I would see my dad cutting his wrists. I would see my dad drinking alcohol and having epileptic seizures. I would see my dad threaten us. Well, I'm going to take us all out. I remember us getting in the little station wagon in the Ford Falcon with the wood panels on the sides. Nice little looking. We would get in that thing. Six of us, 5 of us. There was the couch seat on the front and in the back, and then it had the extended cab in the back, right? Little Ford Falcon. And my father would say, I don't know what was going on in the mind of my father, because my father he had a certain level of narcissism. And if you understand what narcissistic behavior is, then you'll understand what I'm getting at here. So I'm about 4, maybe 5 years of age. Well, actually about 6 years by now, 7 years of age. My brother's 9, and my sister's 3 or 4. And here's my dad threatening suicide. It's either I'm going to wipe us out by taking us off this freeway. I don't know why the triggers. You see, my mom would trigger my dad. My mom would trigger my dad, and I don't know that she realized that she triggered him, because what would trigger somebody driving a vehicle with a family say, hey, you know what? I'm going to take us all out. We're going to go down that embankment. Or we're going to this, and this is going to happen, or the other thing. And suicide, it gets into the mind, so I grew up. Listen, let me share with you here for a moment the kind of person that you're listening to. I'm sharing with you. I grew up with a narcissistic father and a codependent mother. You want to talk about struggles in life? It's only by the grace of God that I've made it so far to share this message with you on the other side. Listen, I'm not a religious person. I don't go to church. I could give a hoot about going to church. That ain't helping me one iota. I read the Bible and I actually pray. People say, "Hey, I'll say a prayer for you." Hey, you're in my prayers. Well, I actually pray for people. I actually say names in my prayers. And sometimes my prayers can go for 5 or 6 minutes at a time, or 10 minutes. Why am I here? Why am I sharing this message? It's by the grace of the Almighty. I don't have any, it's not about me. I've only accumulated what's been given to me, and I'm sharing it with those of you that are willing to support yourself. I'm supporting you if you're willing to support yourself. And I'm not being mean or rude, but I'll tell you one thing. If I'm not supporting you, if you don't feel like I'm supporting you, right, it's because you're not supporting yourself, man. And gambling, I tell you, gambling, I don't care what it is. You know what? We all have habits. I have habits. I have bad addiction have good addictions. We all, and as we travel, as you and I travel through this life, through this journey called life, you're in a vehicle driving, you're going to find habits. You're going to come to the point where you're going to say, man, I got some shit in my life. This is fucked up. Pardon my French. I got to confront this. I must confront this. I'm going to confront this. And then you go to work. To get off the airwaves because I've got an emergency going on with family on the East Coast. And thank you guys. I'm getting calls that I'm gonna have to get off. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'll do another live maybe here in a couple days or whatever. Sunday's coming up. Sunday podcast, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm inviting you to join me. I'm inviting you to bring your question. I'm inviting you to bring your problem. I'm inviting you to bring what it is that's challenging you, and we can work together on the Soldier platform. Peace through strength. I will see you at the top, on the inside on my next one. And thank you guys for hanging out with me. Soldier Scribe, if you're not Soldier Scribe, by the way. And please give me a thumbs up on this live. It lets YouTube know that I'm sharing a good message, and a comment always helps. I will continue to support you as long as you are supporting yourself.